certainly a trusted person for them to be sending here, someone who seems to have a very diverse background, not only in diplomacy, but in a number of other fields as well. And he'll be out here to try to build relations between Emiratis and Israelis. We heard from Foreign Minister Gabi Ashkenazi this morning on his meeting with Ambassador Tobi Al-Khaja, saying that this has the potential to be a war and peace. Benita, that's what we've been talking about ever since that August evening when the news first broke, that this has the potential to be a very different kind of relationship that Israel has than it has had with Arab countries in the past. And what we're seeing on our screens now, just further evidence of that.
And of course, Owen, when you talk about the warm message as well from Gabi Ashkenazi, the tone of that tweet from the ambassador on Friday saying for Emiratis and Israelis, this is a new chapter of openness, understanding and prosperity. We get a sense of the messages we are likely to hear very shortly out of Jerusalem.
Absolutely. Again, a historic event, certainly from Israel's perspective, and one hopes from the UAE's perspective as well. Should also mention, Benita, that he is not going to be staying here permanently, at least not at this point. He's heading back after a few days, but the Emiratis certainly are expecting to set up their embassy in and around Tel Aviv, and he will then be back to be, of course, a resident ambassador, not just a non-resident ambassador, but certainly a resident ambassador. All of this showing the importance that the Emiratis have put on these ties. They've gone full speed ahead ever since that first evening when this was announced. And I remember, Benita, that evening when it was announced, again, talking to others that night about what was going on, they said, well, this can't actually mean embassies. It's not formal. It's not official. It's not full until there is an exchange of ambassadors and there are embassies on the ground. And yet we are at that point. We haven't just had the actual declaration in that night in August. We haven't just had the ceremony at the White House and the signing of those agreements in September. We haven't had everything that's happened since, all of the people-to-people ties, all of the business in both directions that's happened. Now we actually have it being formalized. Again, as we're seeing on our screen.
Welcome. Mr. Ambassador, welcome to Jerusalem. I'm happy to greet you today, Mr. Ambassador, the United Arab Emirates delegation here on the land of Israel and on the land of Jerusalem, holy and dear to all of us. This is an exciting position for me as the President of the State of Israel. But if I may, Mr. Ambassador, this is a very special moment for me. Also, as the son and the student of my late father, Professor Yosef Yoel Rivlin, may he rest in peace. My father, born in the city of Jerusalem, learned and taught in Jerusalem and in Damascus, and loved deeply the Arabic language and the cultures of the peoples of the region. His life work was the Hebrew translation of the Holy Book of Quran. My father's home, not far from here in Jerusalem, was filled with Jewish, Muslim, and Christian scholars who learned from each other and imagined a future of partnership, mutual respect, and peace between all daughters and sons of Abraham. In this house, I learned that we were not destined, the people living here, to live here together, but we were meant to live together on this land, to build it, to develop it, and to lead it for days of peace and prosperity. Honored guests, we look with amazement at the flowering oasis you established. The Emirati leadership, wisely, with initiative and good sense, established a peace-loving country, which is a technological hub, commercial and touristic, which is all innovation. Our two countries share this ethos of a small nation seeking to turn arid soil into a flowering garden against all odds. For not a short period, we nurtured our relationships quietly. We believed that if we waited patiently, the right time will come where we can move our relationship one step further, deepen the friendship between us, and make it public. Thank God. Thanks to the brave and wise leadership, we were privileged to see this wonderful day, the day the Emirati flag is flying alongside the Israeli flag above the President's house in Jerusalem, the house of the people in Israel. Know this, that not only I am excited, the whole nation of Israel welcomes you with joy and opens its hands wide to receive you into us. And this, Mr. Ambassador, will be your most important mission, to respond to these outreached hands, to meet the people of Israel and get to know it closely as it wants to know you. On agreements, my friend, leaders sign, but real peace, sustainable peace, peace is made between nations,
people to people,
face to face. There are so many things that we can do together, Israelis and Emiratis, to march our people and the entire Middle East forward for days of regional cooperation, mutual respect, prosperity, and peace. In my name and in the name of the people of Israel, I want to invite the Crown Prince, His Royal Highness, Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed, to visit Israel and Jerusalem as our very distinguished guest. I wish to grant you, Mr. Ambassador, the blessing for your journey and wish you much success in the construction of the head of the bridge between our countries and between our people. The door of this house is always open for you, like the heart of all citizens of the State of Israel. Welcome.
Your Excellency, Reuven Rivlin, President of the State of Israel, God bless you. I am honored to be speaking to you today, and I thank you for joining us today. I am pleased to deliver the greetings of His Highness Sheikh Khalifa bin Zayed Al Nahyan, President of the UAE, and of His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Vice President, Prime Minister and Ruler of Dubai, and His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, Crown Prince of Abu Dhabi. I deliver their wishes to you and to your people for further progress and prosperity. I also want to express our pleasure being in this land with the presence of you, ladies and gentlemen. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the UAE and the State of Israel share common values and share one future vision that carries the values of tolerance and cooperation now more than ever. There's no doubt that the historic Abraham Accords that was signed in the White House in September 2020 open a new page of relations between the two countries and work for efforts to guarantee stability and security in the region. Today we're witnessing a new idea that will create a better path for the Middle East region. The Abraham Peace Accords are a historic achievement that will not only have a positive impact on our two nations, but we believe that the whole region will enjoy from its fruits. Every option other than peace is devastation, poverty, and human suffering. This new vision is starting today to become a reality and will create a better future for the region. Full of young energy, this vision will create a more stable, good and secure future. This vision is seeking for stability, growth, human potential, and is going towards a new civilized approach that will open the door of many opportunities. It will have a significant benefit for peace and prosperity for the future. The Abraham Peace Accords will remain a beacon of light and hope in human history for all of the peace-loving people that has created the new reality.
وبث روح التفاؤل والأمل بين شعوبنا. وفي هذا الصدد بدأت الدولتان في مواجهة التحديات التي يتعرض لها الأمن الإقليمي.
The two countries are facing these challenges, common challenges, security challenges, and I will work constantly to strengthen the political ties between the two countries as a service for our people and for the regional stability. The Abraham Accords open new horizons for creating job opportunities for young people of the region. Each of the two countries has the most important and largest economies in the region to support growth and create opportunities. And the two countries have begun to cooperate on the level of trade exchange and in the field of technological cooperation. The establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries has opened a wide field of opportunities between the two nations through tourism exchange and cooperation in various sectors such as education and health. Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, in this difficult year, the world is suffering from COVID-19 pandemic. The UAE is committed to the high principle laid down by the founder, Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, may God have mercy on him, who taught us to help anyone that is in need, regardless of their religion or ethnic background. This is a humanitarian duty and a firm principle. In this regard, the UAE and the State of Israel have cooperated in scientific research to fight COVID-19, and the two countries have taken the lead in the world in vaccination programs against COVID-19. We learn from each other and share this knowledge with the world. This is what peace brings. Today, the UAE and the State of Israel stand together in saving lives and fighting the pandemic on the one hand, and safely opening our two countries' economies on the other hand. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Your Excellency and to all of you for hosting me as the first Emirati ambassador to the State of Israel. And I pledge to work to strengthen bilateral relations and to move towards the new horizons of cooperation for the benefit of our countries and people. And I hope that we will move forward in building a warm peace for the people of the region. Thank you.
You are watching a live ceremony out of Jerusalem right now. The first ambassador of the United Arab Emirates to Israel, Mohammed Mahmoud Al-Qadja, and Israeli President Reuven Rivlin just sharing their messages, war messages, talking about the ties between the two nations and the significance of the UAE ambassador